just with the raw. It's a Z shit, it's a Z shit. Pull up on a demon on guard. Looking like I still do fraud. With the raw. It's that Z shit, it's that Z shit. And that Hellcat, cause I'm a hell raised. Self-made, I don't owe a nigga land favor. When you get that money, nigga, keep your heart. I'm sliding in a coupe, ain't got no key star. I got to follow me in BET Award. When your well run dry, you know you need me for it. When I pull up in the Buick, you know what I'm doing. If the police get behind me, fleeing in me, Lord. Sleeping on the pad, coming to a set. I'm a project baby, now I stay in Calabash. Like I still serve fiends. Like hey, what's up, chat? I'm sipping on lean, trying to keep just testing out the nunchucks. See which ones are good. This one's good. Hey, what's up, y'all? Oh, man, this one's kind of okay. Alright, y'all. What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we are here for BHD story time. Oh, man. And do I have a doozy for you guys today? Who the hell? It's a Z shit. It's a Z shit. Pull up on a demon on guard. Alright, y'all. So, type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear all the sound. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear any of the sound. Blah, blah, blah. Words. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am saying we're going to wait for you guys to get into y'all seats before we start the story. Yes, today's story time is about the time I got stabbed 8 times in the skull, 8 times in the face by my own family member during a fist fight. Well, I guess it was a fist fight on my head. You know what I'm saying? He ended up pulling out a knife and stabbing me a couple times with it, so, you know. Very quickly, the fight upgraded to something other than that. Okay, so what happened was this. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to type a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear and see everything. Type a 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear or see any of this. Yo, what's up, you guys? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. You know what I'm saying? What time is it and where are you guys at currently? What time is it and where are you guys at? My hands out. Hey, what's up, y'all? Understandable, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What's up, Carly? What's up, Arm Russell? What's up, Jay? What's up, CJ? What's up, Sauerkraut? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cat Gold? Yo. Oh. You hope I'm all right, bro, if you're in need of help. No. The stabbing was like, you know what I mean? That was like 40, 80 years ago, man, you know? So, you know what I mean? This is where I got stabbed at. Type a 1 in the chat if you can see the puncture wound. I got stabbed 8 times in the same spot. Eek, eek, eek. Type a 1 in the chat if you guys can see the scar. Type a 2 in the chat if you can't see the scar. Yep, yeah, not on both sides. It could have been way worse. I was lucky. Huh? Alright, y'all, so this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Alright, y'all, what's up, Jack? What it is, Cat? Good, because I'm worried about you. Just tell me you're fine. I'm fine. You know, I appreciate your concern, young person. So, yo, so where are you from, cat person? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Carly? Hey, Izzy, thank you for the 60 roses. Thank you for the 70 roses, Brody. Yo, that's what's up. I suck. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the 90. Thank you for the 100 roses. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Izzy Gizmo. Appreciate you, Brody. I suck. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, this all happened, of course, over a woman. You know what I'm saying? As with every stabbing or violence, you know what I mean? Especially if it's random and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, at the time I was dating this girl, her name was Risa. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to turn down the music so I could tell y'all. All right, so at the time of the situation, I was dating this girl named Risa. You know what I'm saying? Now, Risa was my most problematic girlfriend, not because she was a horrible person, but because I used to let her get away. Ooh, almost hit myself. But because I used to let her get away with too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you've ever dated somebody and let them get away with so much crap that they became crap themselves. Type of two in the chat if you have never dated, really. Type of three in the chat if you have dated, but that's never happened to you. That, you cared about somebody so much that you let them get away with a bunch of crap. And unfortunately, came back to bite you, you know? Because back when I first started dating, I did not know that like being too nice and too loving could get you in trouble with a girl. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All right, you guys, sure. With that being said, now that everybody's inside of their seats, once we reach 2, for every 2 in Super Chat, you guys get a shout out. For every 10 in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys a secret about the story. You know what I'm saying? For every 30 in Super Chat, you guys get 3 secrets, plus you get a story that I wouldn't have never told you guys. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach 50 in Super Chat, I can tell you guys the X-rated versions of the stories at hand. All right, so with that being said, what happened was I had a girlfriend named Reese. She was my most problematic girlfriend. What's up, Jonathan the Gamer? Hey, it goes good, Jonathan the Gamer, man. Hope you're having a good, productive day, Brody. Yo, I'm gonna stream. Do you know if you'll stream? What's going on Wednesday night, Jonathan the Gamer? Now, let me know, Jonathan the Gamer, since you are our most consistent, highest super chatter, let me know, like, what days are best for you in streaming and whatnot. Now, you know what I mean? I know we got to plan another freaking, another horror movie day. Now, after I get done practicing my nunchucks for a half an hour on stream, so I'm only going to be streaming on my nunchucks. I'm only going to be streaming for the next half an hour with my nunchucks. And after that, I'm going to jump on my computer and stream some video games. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 100 in Super Chat, then I will stay for another hour longer and train some more martial arts in front of you guys. Because I am actually a black belt. I just never really told you guys. I don't really tell you guys that type of stuff. For some reason, I really should start telling you guys more about my personal life. So with that being said, I've been training in Tibetan Lama, which is a fighting style meant for knives, and it's meant for fist fighting with knives, pretty much. So I don't know if I can show a knife on stream. You know what I'm saying? Now, nunchucks are not in the weapons category of Tibetan Lama's fighting style, but me, I like music, and I'm really, really good with rhythm. So it makes sense that, I use nunchucks. You know what I mean? But yeah, really enjoy the nunchucks. But yeah, nunchucks are really, really good for training because they allow you to practice your reflexes. You know what I'm saying? Like every single swing, is a lot more helpful than it should be. Plus, it's good cardio. You know what I'm saying? Now, on to the story at hand. Now, with that being said, I was dating this girl named Risa, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Risa was a D-bag. You know what I'm saying? If you guys have ever dated type of one in the chat, if you've ever dated someone, and then after you were done dating them, look back and was like, man, I really shouldn't have dated that person. Type of 2 in the chat, if every person you have ever dated has been the perfect person. Ooh, I love this song. I love this song. Blah, 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 blah. Bitch, who are you? Blah, 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 blah. Who you are you? Oh, shit. Got one of them. Who you are you? Nah. Who you are you? Run them out the house. Leave. Oh, shit. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this mug up.
All you do is nag, blah, blah, blah.
I love this song. It's like my favorite song. This song is misogynistic as shit, but I love it. I love this song.
blah.
Put my bitch up out the house cause all she do is argue. Put my bitch up out the whip cause all she do is argue. All I hear is blah 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 blah. Bitch, you argue. Make my side bitch my main bitch cause she don't argue. Nah, 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 nah. I don't argue. Nah, 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 nah. She don't argue. Nah, 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 nah.
She don't argue.
Nah, 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 nah. I don't argue. Put my bitch up out the house. Told her to leave. You no longer welcome here. Give me my keys. All you do is nag. All you do is brag. All you do is complain. Relationship so sad. My bad, y'all. I like this song. I'm gonna turn this mug off. All I hear is blah 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 blah. Give me my keys to my car. And go fa. This song go hard. Blah 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 blah. Alright, so what happened was this. So I'm dating this girl named Risa, and Risa had this thing where she would always go out of her way to try to make me jealous. Now, type of one in the chat, if you have ever dated a girl and she went out of her way to always try to make you jealous. Like every chance she got, she's trying to talk to another dude in front of you. Every chance she get. And then if you ask her, hey, why were you talking to that other guy? Why were you rubbing on that other dude's gooch in front of everyone and me at the party? She gonna be like, what? No, and then she, type of two in the chat, if when you catch her, then the chick has the nerve to try to put it on you like you did it. It's because you don't show me enough attention or bought me a house or sucked out my bath water. That's the reason I did that. You did. Yo. So with that being said, that was the type of chick this was, man. That is all she did, bro. She was a gaslight-aholic. Like you would think she was snorting the shit. This one was a gaslight-aholic. Look at all the twos. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, love women, you know what I'm saying, just not falling for the goofy stuff. So with that being said, you know, this woman had tried making me jealous with every freaking man in her life. She worked at Burger King. She had a boss at Burger King. The boss at Burger King was, you know, she was flirting with the boss at Burger King, so he flirted with her back. And then when he asked her out, baby girl had the nerve. Ooh, baby. I like this song. But yeah, she had a boss at Burger King and stuff. She's flirting with the boss at Burger King. You know what I'm saying? And then, so of course, you know what I'm saying, she hits me up and then tells me that the boss dude has been flirting with her. So I go down there and like, you know what I mean? Based on everything she had told me, I go down there and shit. And she was getting her last check because he had fired her. And she's like, she was talking all this shit. And the dude, he gets up and he starts arguing with her, talking all a bunch of shit in her face. So then I walk in the door. I see this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, what's that? Like, yo, what's up? And he's like, he sits down, doesn't say nothing. And just did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but that was all. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a fight. Because he didn't say anything. He gave me nothing to fight for. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, that chick was a gaslighter. Always gaslighting me. So she had, I was paying all the bills at my apartment and she was living there for free and my little brother was living there for free. Basically a good amount of my family members were living there for free, right? So I'm paying all the bills and then one day, you know what I'm saying, she goes and she tells my brother, because my brother had a really big crush on her. So she flirts with him because he's been flirting with her for the longest time. And she's like, oh, you know, I'll date you. And I would love to date you instead of your brother, even though I'm in his room and I live here and I'm here all the time. But yeah, he beats me. He does horrible things to me. Oh, you, the unspeakable things he does. BlastphamousHD does to me. Oh God. He beats me physically, emotionally, mentally, metaphysically, hypothetically, imaginarily, and all areas, nigga. He beat me in like every way. He's beating me, and and I would be with you, but the only reason why I'm not is because I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? If you could stop him from beating me by by beating him up, fighting him to the death in his own house. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll love you instead of him, right? So my brother listens to this goofy shit because he like, he be trusting women and listening to everything they say. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, guys that do that, they end up in jail. It's been scientifically proven that believing everything a woman, 99% of men that are in prison today are there over an emotional situation they made over a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's been scientifically proven. The Rock was getting ready to unalive the guy that his wife was cheating on him with. And this was actually a year and a half ago. The Rock was getting ready to unalive the guy that he found out his wife was having an affair with, because not female nature, like, women just, it's not that. It's not every woman, guys. It just feels like it is. We're talking 20-30% tops, not not all of them. But anyway, so shit. Hope y'all reading between the lines on this stuff. So The Rock calls up his really good lifelong friend and he tells him, he's like, yo, I'm getting ready to go unalive my wife. And I've thought about it for about 6 months. And I've realized that that's the only way to do it. That's the only way is for me to just unalive this chick because I've already put $50 million into her. And the whole entire time when I was putting the $50 million into her, everyone I knew was telling me, yeah, give her everything because it's your wife. Trust her and give her everything and love and all that good stuff and rainbows and ain't y'all puppet stuff, puppets and shit, all that fluffy shit. You know what I'm saying? He gave her everything, and the nigga got Tyrese damn near, not immediately, but spending $50 million on a woman and then finding out she's boning a dude 3 times less your size, like literally half your size physically, and like 1 millionth time as rich. Like, it's like, nigga, bitch, you fucking a janitor? Bitch, you gonna chill on the Rock with a janitor, bitch? So when The Rock found that out, you know what I'm saying, he figured, like a lot of logical men, well, she's got me for 50 mil and I'm tied to her for life via our kids. Best case scenario, it's probably best to just take her out, right? So his friend is obviously like, bro, you're The Rock, okay? You'll make more millions. Don't throw it all away for a ho-ho-ho. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw it away for Christmas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And The Rock was like, nah, I'm gonna do it. Because, she thinks I'm sweet. She thinks it's sweet. She thinks I'm just going to take it and keep getting taken. So then The Rock's friend was like, okay, look, how about this? Give me 2 days to convince you not to do it. If within 2 days I can't convince you, then go ahead and make it do what it do. You know what I mean? O.J. Simpson, O.J. Simpson, or do what you got to do. And The Rock was like, you know what? You my best good friend for 35 years. I'll do that. I'll give this ho 48 hours to live. You know what I'm saying? So, next day, The Rock's friend somehow knew what to do. He went and picked up The Rock. You know what I'm saying? And they went and visited a prison where where The Rock was introduced to the warden of that prison, right? The biggest prison wherever they were, right? Rock walks up in there and he's introduced to the warden, and the warden tells him, well, I heard you had some situations popping and I'm gonna, help you make your decision. And The Rock says, look, I've already made up my mind to do it. She's just got to go. Like, there's no other choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, at that time, The Rock had been convinced by her that she was his only soulmate and that he would never be able to find anything else. And for some reason, he started believing it, just like every other celebrity that falls for that goofy shit does. You know what I'm saying? So The Rock was like, look, first of all, there's like, 4 billion females on the planet? Okay, you're The Rock. All right? Secondly, did you know that 99% of the men in prison today are there behind an emotional decision they made while listening to a female when she did probably something that, was a little bit emotionally jarring to me, right? So The Rock was like, impossible. So the warden lines up 15 dudes and has The Rock talk to him. And The Rock learns that it's real. Then he's like, you know what, I don't believe it. I still don't believe it, okay? Because it's a lifelong thing. He's been believing it his whole life. He's Samoan. They tend to, when they link up with a mate, they tend to, pair bond real hard with their females, right? So he's like, look, it's tradition, she's like, I still don't believe it. So they spent the entire day lining up all of the inmates in there, as many as they could, and coincidentally enough, by the end of the day, The Rock was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. You're right, it's pretty much normal. Not going to do it, and luckily enough, The Rock didn't do that shit. I don't know if they're still married. Someone look that up. Is The Rock still married to his wife? Damn. I mean, man, The Rock is a strong man, bro. I couldn't even go through with the marriage part, man. Y'all saw what I did. Bitch come at me with some goofy shit, talking about some, I'm at another dude's house, and the only way I'll come back is if you marry me. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you at another dude's house? Oh, shit, say less. Boop. The fuck ain't my problem no more, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Cause look, the reason why I did that is cause I know if I marry this female, the niggas that she's over, the dude whose house she's over, he's coming too. That nigga's gonna be the side nigga. I don't want no side. I don't want no wife with no side nigga. The fuck? I was supposed to be the side nigga. Inside of her cheeks. Clapping. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to share my wife. She a bag of chips, nigga. I can't even do it, man. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? So shit. Baby girl gonna play games. She fired. Now, anyway, the rest of them with the story. Now what happened was this. You know what I'm saying? Now, for a 2 in Super Chat, you guys get a shout out. For 10 in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys a secret that you guys don't know about the story that I'm telling or have told. Just let me know which one. You know what I'm saying? And for 30 in Super Chat, we'll unlock the X-rated version. You know what I'm saying? Now, the easiest way to Super Chat is directly through my tip jar link that leads directly to my channel. Yo, appreciate you, Jordan. Thank you for the 15 roses. You know what I mean? Now, the second easiest way to Super Chat is directly through the channel. You know what I'm saying? And the third easiest way to Super Chat is by purchasing one of my Only Told subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yo, you guys want to hear something funny? Bruh, so there's this one guy on here. Oh, my God. Hey, thanks for the roses, Jordan. For real. Appreciate you. So something that's really funny is one of my, arch nemesis. Hey, yo, appreciate you, bro. Thanks, Jordan. So one of my arch nemesis is on TikTok, and I don't even know why. Well, I know the reason why we probably don't like each other. The reason why we're not cool is I think because he's up to the knuckle. Hey, Zach. Hey, Jordan, thank you, bro. Thank you, Zach, for the 20 gifts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think he's into dudes, and he's mad that I'm not, So he's trying to ego me and whatnot. But it's really funny because whenever we're on TikTok, he only has 10 people, 8 to 10 people in his life. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, that might be why he can't stand me. More than likely. Yo, appreciate you for the boxing gloves, Jordan. Yeah. What's up? The Only Toes jokes crack me up every time. That's not a joke. Yeah, that's a joke, Chester, man. But yeah, but with that being said, the links to the Only Toes will be in the description down below. And yes, I am selling I am selling my BlastphamousHD scented candles. You know what I'm saying? I got to talk to a business rep over at Bed Bath & Beyond. They said they're gonna put my stuff on shelves sooner or later. I'm gonna be the Mr. Beast of Bed Bath & Beyond, huh? BlastphamousHD flavored scented candles. Type of one in the channel. Oh goodness, but yeah, type of one in the chat. Yeah, I'm saying if you guys are down to support your boy, no matter how sickening it is. Look, support is support. Okay, hey, look, don't you judge us, damn it. We've got many kids. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, yo? Ooh, that was close. All right, so with that being said, let's see, rest of the story. Telling you guys. Okay, so story about the guy who was story about me getting stabbed 8 times in the face. All right, so the girl I was dating, Risa, you know, she goes and tells my brother, like, yo, if you want to get me to yourself, you gotta get. Hey, thank you for the 9 chili peppers, Jordan. You gotta, you know, get your brother out of here, man. You know, you gotta beat him up, or you know, you guys know what it is. So my brother comes at me one day. And, you know, I just got home from work, and this nigga starts arguing with me. I don't like the way you treat her. I don't like the way you treat your bitches. And I'm like, what are you talking about, bruh? Like, what do you do? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, the way you treat her like shit. Hey, Jordan, thank you for the rose, bro. And, you know, I'm just like, so I ask him, I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. So he just keeps yelling. So type of one in the chat, if you guys have ever been in an argument with somebody who didn't have a good argument with you, so they just started yelling and screaming to try to win the argument just by yelling and screaming. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like that's gonna work or something, you know? Made no sense. So my brother's yelling and screaming about how, you know what I mean, how horrible I treat my girlfriend and blah, blah, blah. So, you know what I mean? He's a Captain Save-A-Ho. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's my girlfriend. We've been together for 4 years. We live together. You don't think if I'm really beating this shit, like you think you ain't gonna like, bro, like you think you ain't gonna hear something? You know what I'm saying? You like, you know what I mean? Because there's never any, you ain't hearing no real crap because nothing's really happening. What's really happening is she's mad at me that she can't like manipulate me and gaslight me with her arguments and bullshit. Because the shit wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? After you've been with a manipulative person for long enough, you understand what they're gonna do. So what she would do is she would keep trying to convince me, she would keep trying to monkey branch onto my homies and shit, right? So I would stop her shit, you know what I'm saying? And she would call me overprotective. You're overprotective and jealous. You like nigga, you ain't kicking it with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? And if you is, you fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what happened was when my brother comes to me, you know what I mean, he's yelling all that shit. I just went in my room. Because my brother, he likes to start arguments. I care about him. He's my brother. Just not enough to live with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because he's tender dick. You know what I'm saying? If you can call it that. He's the white knight. He falls for all the hoses gaslights. You know what I'm saying? And me, I don't want nobody around me like that because it gets me stabbed in the face 8 times. So this nigga, he comes to me, he keeps on yelling and screaming, no man, you need to, I'm tired of the way you treat women. I'm sick of it. You ain't shit. And I'm just like, you know what, bro? Like, you really need to mind your own business, bro. That's literally my girlfriend. Like, I'm literally plowing this chick every day. Like 3 times a day. Like, what are you talking about? Any of this goofy shit? And he's like, yeah, fuck that shit. So then he gets in my face. I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm sick of this shit. So I'm like, stop pushing. You know what I'm saying? And when I push him, this nigga fires off on me. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, once we reach 15 in Super Chat, I'll literally describe the fight out, like how it went. You know what I'm saying? I'll describe the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? The punches he threw, you know, the punches I blocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, we start fist fighting and whatnot, and I saw everything. It was just like it was in slow motion, bro. Because I've known him forever. So his punching patterns are predictable as shit. You know what I'm saying? So, because I've known him for so long. So he punched in every single, you know what I'm saying? I'll describe it if we reach 15 in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, thank you for the membership, you know what I'm saying? Yo, if we reach 5 galaxies, I'll describe the fight out, punch by punch, and over-exaggerate the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, with that being said, I'm freaking with that being said, after we fight that one clash, and once after that clash, he after he loses the clash, he loses the fight pretty much. You know what I'm saying? He runs into the kitchen and he grabs a knife. Big ass freaking knife. You know what I'm saying? Steak type shit. Steak type knife. This nigga come in there. I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your shit. Okay? It's over. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with the way you treat people. And I'm sitting there in my mind. I'm like, I don't understand. What do you mean treat people? You've been living here rent-free for 3 years. And type of one in the chat, if that's pretty nice to pay someone's rent, let them live with you rent-free and bill-free for 3 years. Later on it became 15 years. But, after 15 years, I was done. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good, So, type of one in the chat, if letting someone live with you bill-free for 15 years is nice enough. You know what I'm saying? Type of two in the chat, if paying somebody's bills and letting them live with you and paying for all their food, all their travel, is treating them like shit. Type of three in the chat, if that's just what shitty people say in order to mooch harder on the people who do the most for them. You're not doing enough. You're only giving me 3 G's a month. I need 5. And no, I ain't about to work. Work is for slaves. Working makes you a slave. That's a goofy shit that you would say. I'm like, bro, like working makes you a productive citizen, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jordan FX, thank you. Thank you for the 2 in super chat, Brody. Yo! Shout out to Jackson. W's in the chat to Jordan. Yo, W's in the chat to Jordan FX. But even a bigger W's in the chat to Jackson. Happy birthday, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, you send a 30 in super chat and we'll bust a birthday Dougie for the homie. You know what I'm saying? Add a 50 and we'll even throw a Cat Daddy variation in there at the end of it. W's in the chat, mate. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Homie goes in the kitchen, gets a steak knife, and he comes out there. He comes back into the into the hallway where I'm at, and he's like, "I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick. I'm done with that." You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna change my stance. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody gonna hold me in my house. I'm paying all the bills. It's $4,000 a month in bills. If a motherfucker want the authority in my shit that he wanted, just pay all the bills. It's as easy as that. They never do that though. They never pay the bills. They just, for some reason, this isn't good enough. And it's like, motherfucker, you ain't got a job. You don't even work. You ain't bought a Pepsi or bought some lunch meat or a sandwich, and they be the most passionate motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, nigga. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, look, bro, you gonna have to just kill me, bro, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, nigga. So this nigga, sure enough, this nigga came at me with the knife. You know what I mean? One thing I'll give him, man, he had gumption. He had gumption. So he comes at me with the knife and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, ah! You know what I mean? He comes at me with the knife. And, one thing I will say is, he was committed. Full commitment, bro. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. He went for it. Like, he really tried to take me out. So, luckily enough for me, and mind you, for the skull. So, homie You know what I'm saying? He comes at me with the knife, you know what I'm saying? Full force. Ah! And when he does, I block it like this. You know what I'm saying? So when he has the knife, it was like this. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to, so, you know what I'm saying? So when I have him here, you know what I'm saying? I take the arm, I wrap I wrap my dominant arm around the knife hand, you know what I'm saying? And then wrap my other arm around his neck into a blood choke. You know what I'm saying? Now I have his arm isolated and I'm choking him out. But I'm not finishing choking him out. I'm not finishing him. Hey, yo, free the mind. Thanks for the gifts, Brody. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finished, like, sinking the choke in. I'm letting him stay awake because I'm trying to talk him out of it. What are we doing? Nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, calm down, bro. It's not that serious. And this is exactly what he says to me, and I'll never forget it. Now, mind you, I have his arm. You know what I'm saying? I've got my arm around his arm, and I've got it locked in. So I'm like, I'm pretty much immobilizing most of what he can do with this arm. Like, he can't move it a whole bunch. Now, I've got him in the hold, and his arm is like through here, so he doesn't have a whole lot of range of motion. So he starts yelling, man, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And he starts trying to stab me while I've got him in the hole. So luckily enough for me, you know what I'm saying, my arms are already like this. So when he comes to stab me down like this, you know what I mean, this arm is blocking me, the knife from going all the way in. But as you can see, if he's got the knife like this, he's still able to get, like, you know, some of it into my skull, which is where this knife wound came from. He punctured me 8 freaking times in the same spot. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The same shit the nigga was yelling at the end of not Boys in the Hood, Tales from the Hood. You know what I'm saying? Right before that nigga got killed. Same goofy shit he was yelling. So I'm like, oh, word, you don't give a fuck? So I sunk the hole in. Homie went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I let that nigga drop. And then once he went to sleep, his arm finally went limp. And he finally stopped stabbing me. He dropped the knife. So, you know what I mean? I pulled this nigga back to take his balance out from up under him. And I dragged him back. And I let that nigga go. You know what I'm saying? This nigga free fell. Face first into my hardwood floor and bust all this. Bah! So, you know what I mean? And when he bust all that shit, he made, you know what I mean? He made a sound. Not gonna do the sound. So then, you know what I'm saying? But this nigga still asleep. But now he's bleeding out of his face. So now I'm scared. This is the first person I done put to sleep with the rear naked choke. It done saved my life. But yeah, this is still my brother. You know what I'm saying? And when you know somebody for 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? So I go over to him and I start rubbing his back, trying to rub his back awake. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, hey, you good? You good? Because he's like, you know what I mean? He's like, you know, doing this shit, you know what I mean? And bleeding profusely from the face. So I rub his back, man. This nigga finally wake up. When he wake up, he's like, I gotta get out of here. And he runs for his life. You know what I'm saying? And he runs for his life. He jumps down 2 flights of stairs and goes, he tried to kill me. Like, you stabbed me in the face, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately for me, I didn't know back then that I did not have my same beliefs on women. But now I would never let a woman live with me because they do that very regularly. So much so that you can't blame them for it. So that's why I don't let any women live with me, because they do that. That's what they enjoy to do. So, what do you call that? So, dissension amongst the ranks. Oh, he's the leader, but I just got to get somebody to fuck him up. And then that'll make it so I can finally win an argument. So, yeah, I don't live with women anymore after that one. Hey, free the mind. Thank you for the 5 gifts, bro. Hey, thank you for the 3 gifts. Hey, thank you for the rose, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, Brody. Scary, I suppose, but it wasn't anything that I wasn't used to. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I grew up in the projects, man. I got stabbed at the age of 12. That was the first time getting shanked. was 12 in a fist fight, in a fair fist fight, that this nigga started losing. So he pulls a knife and stabs my ass in front of all of his freaking people. He stabs me right in the freaking kidney. I'm like the freaking slut. What a slutty thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, first time I got stabbed, I was 12, I was in foster care. Hilarious stuff. So, I'm in foster care. Hey, thanks for the rose, Brody. Thanks, Brian. So, I'm in foster care, and it was this lady named Miss Reed. So I'm living with Miss Reed, and Miss Reed is cool. Oh, if we reach 28 more in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys the secret ending on that story. Because the secret ending on that story is wild. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of unlockables to that one. We reach 28 more in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys the... matter of fact, type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear the secret ending on that story. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man. Yeah, the secret ending on that one is wild. Type of two in the chat if you guys want me to tell you guys the next story instead. What's up to you guys, Mike? What's up, Sharice? What's up, Mighty? What it is, Red? What's up, 2Q? Hey, 2Q says one. Sharice says one. Pickle Rick says one. What it is, homie? Hey, oh, damn, we got a lot of ones on TikTok. Ah, hey. We got like, yo, if you guys want to make sure to join my YouTube channel and go subscribe over there, because that's where I do all my live streaming at. I only do my martial arts training live streams on TikTok. All my other streams, because I stream like 10 hours a day usually, 5 to 10 hours a day. All my main streaming is on my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Which is BlastphamousHD TV2. Alright, so with that being said, I'm in foster care with this living with Miss Reed, and I'm at her mom's house one morning because Miss Reed was a registered nurse and she went to work early in the morning. So because of that, I'm over Miss Reed's mom's crib, and me, I'm a gamer. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking for some place to play video games at. And the only place that I knew that had any games was my homeboy Rick. Now, alright, so anybody that super chats, you guys are going to be in today's stories. Anyone that sends a galaxy, you know what I'm saying? A galaxy or higher, I'm going to use your name for the story time. You just have to let me know if you want to be a villain or a hero or just a background extra. You feel me? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Jordan. All right, so Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Sent the 2 in super chat. Jordan is the dude that stabbed me in this one. You know what I'm saying? Freaking shank and everything. So what happened was I went over to Jordan's house because he had video games. No one else had video games. Over to Jordan's house. We're playing Super Nintendo. We're playing a baseball game at that, right? I start whooping this nigga's ass in the video. I start whooping his ass in the baseball game. I'm beating this nigga 17-0. This nigga, he gets so flustered, so mad that I shit you not, homeboy picks up his freaking Super Nintendo, starts swinging it around his freaking head, and smashes his television with it. I'm talking about, this nigga just starts breaking shit. Ah! Ah! And I'm just like, yo. So when he started smashing shit, I was watching him smash his shit. And then I heard his mom yell, "You motherfucker, who's breaking my shit? Who's breaking my shit?" You know what I'm saying? So I hear that shit going, you know what I'm saying? So I hear that, you know what I'm saying? All right, so guys, the super chat milestone is 48 in super chat. So I hear his mom yelling and screaming. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. So, you know, I go to leave, you know what I'm saying? I just go ahead and go to roll, man. You know what I'm saying? I just left. I didn't see the mom's face. I didn't see what she looked like. I didn't see none of that. All right, you guys, we're at 400 diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to 1,000 diamonds. We trying to get up in the C League. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys. Yeah, get us up the C League, man. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Ezzy? What's up, Kazin? Yo, what's up, Sharice? What's up, Logan? What's up, Bobby? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, okay, so I go ahead and leave. and I go back to my foster mom's crib, right? My foster mom's crib. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to stick around while this dude breaks all of his own shit. I go to my foster mom's crib. I'm waiting on the porch, and I see this motherfucker walking down the street about 20 minutes later with literally 50 of his freaking family members with him. 48 of them were women, right? And like one guy with him. All of them were freaking women. Like 2 of the women were pregnant. I'm like, what the? And he sees me up on the porch. You know what I'm saying? When he sees me up on the porch, he points to me. He looks back at his family and points to me. Now, it doesn't take rocket surgery to figure out what happened. This nigga broke all of his own stuff. And then when his family said, who broke it? This nigga did this. Huh? Him did it. Anyone other than me. Maurice. Maurice did it. Yeah, I saw him do it and everything. Yeah, everything's in my hands. Right? Like, yeah, everything was in his hands when he broke everything. But, you know, oh boy, who wants to be blamed for the shit that they do? Oh boy. So, talk about zero accountability. Sheesh. So, I see them coming down the street towards my foster mom's house. I'm like, oh, fuck this. So I go inside the house. I did the smart thing and hid up under a freaking cabinet, right? So I'm hiding up under the cabinet. And as I'm hiding up under the cabinet, I'm waiting for, I'm literally like, you know what I mean? I'm waiting for like just things to die down, right? Cabinet door smashes open. Who is it? My foster mom's mom. A black chick, a feminist, right? Now, the thing I never told you guys about Miss Reed was a fucking feminist, right? This lady she was heavy into feminazism, believed all men were awful, you know what I'm saying? And believed all women were right about everything, no matter how gloriously wrong they obviously were. You know what I'm saying? She's one of them chicks. Yeah, even though men built everything that we use and invented most of all of our good shit we use in technology, men are the problem. And even though, we trust prayers more than we trust men. You know what I mean? Even though it's men who built all the infrastructure of society to protect women from the bears and the T-Rexes and lions and tigers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. That's why I haven't given my life to no one female, man. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, they wrong. I ain't falling for it. Man. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? This chick, I would witness her like have her meltdowns. She would walk around the house and just break shit because she couldn't find a man. And what was wild was she would have been able to find a man if she would have a feminine attitude. She was so mean. Hey, what's up, Mass King Shaggy Rogers? She was so mean and awful to everybody around her that no dudes would stick around for that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. That shit's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sticking around for no female that acts like a dude or acts mean and, is belittling and yelling and screaming, don't cook or clean, all this other goofy shit. What the hell would I want that from me for? I don't understand how women don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Really? So, with that being said, the only dude that Miss Reed that would smash Miss Reed was like an 85-year-old man. He was the only guy that would ever come over the house, ladies. So I get it, girl power and everything, but y'all might want to shut the hell up with that feminism shit. I've seen what happens. I've seen the end of the rainbow for a lot of feminists. I've seen it a lot. Females can yell all that shit they want about, female independence, yeah, girl, woo. But at the end of the rainbow, bro, I see a bunch of females having mental breakdowns and, why can't I find a good man? These niggas ain't shit. And then I've seen at the same time a dude walk up to Miss Reed to talk to her. Hi, hey, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? I came over to talk to her. I saw you. He said, what the fuck you want from me? Who the fuck do you think? Get the fuck away from me, you bitch like shit. Red, hell, I'm calling the police. What the heck? Like, bro, the only dude that could deal with her mouth was the 85-year-old player. He was an 85-year-old pimp. He was the only one he's the only one. The only men that those chicks are usually able to date are dudes that fuck for sport. That's the only ones. Should be hilarious. Huh? So, with that being said, but luckily enough, you know what I'm saying, females aren't completely assed out. You know, if they just go the male man-beating route, they're not assed out completely, just mostly, you know. But yeah, you know, it's freaking hilarious. Like it's freaking funny as hell. But with that being said, let's see. So that chick, ooh. But yeah, it was pretty sad to see. You know what I'm saying? This woman was always like, you know, always so thirsty and yearning whenever she was alone, but would shame and shit on men whenever she got around the ones that liked her. So she was never able to get a man. By the time she got so used to being shit, and where she learned to be like that was from her mom. Miss Reed's mom was way shittier than Miss Reed. Way meaner, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that was super duper pronounced about Miss Reed, other than the fact that she was such a mean a-hole, was that she was a devout Christian that went to church all day, every day. You know what I mean? And would force us to go too. You know what I'm saying? Which would have made sense. And me, you know what I mean? Like, it gave some good discipline and structure to my life back then. So, you know, I appreciated going to church. I just didn't appreciate any of the merciless beatings after church, because God told her so. I know, right? I know. I blew my mind too. Bitch, this ain't in the Bible a bit. Like, but what she was really beating us for is because she couldn't find a man. That's the real reason she was whooping us. Religion wasn't the reason. Religion was just the catalyst she used. It had nothing to do with religion. She was just mad that she couldn't bust no nuts. You know what I'm saying? That's what feminists get. Y'all never get emptied again. Go ahead and be a man hater all you want. You just always be full. Never get empty. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, bro, Old School is like one of my favorite movies. So, with that being said, yo, type of 1 in the chat if you guys have ever seen that movie Old School with Will Ferrell in it. Type of 2 in the chat if you have never seen Old School with Will Ferrell in it. Great movie. They got Snoop Dogg in there. Vince Vaughn is up in that movie, bro. If you've never seen that movie, bro, you got to check that mug out. For real, for real. With that being said, ooh, that's what's up. Let's see. Masking Shaggy Rogers. Hey, appreciate you, Chima, man. Thanks for the compliment. For real, for real. Man, I've seen you since 2016. Hey, that's what's up that you've been watching me for so long, Vaf. Yeah. Nick? I don't know that. Let's see. Yo, bro. Like, dudes go out of their way to seem unthirsty so hard that it is like, it's pretty pitiful, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is so pitiful, bro. Like, when someone texts you and say, oh, man, dude, I never watch you. You know? Man, you're literally here. You're like the first person in line, man. You do realize being on a content creator's live stream is like being first in line for the show. I never... Bro, Lil Dicky does a bit about that. It's so funny. Stab day times what? Yep. Eek. For 30 in Super Chat, I will recant the story. Even though you are 55 minutes already into it, so I told the story already. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell it in more detail than I told the first time. For real. But yeah, right. But yes, so I was hanging out at my foster, yeah. So after the dude smashed up his whole entire room, broke every freaking thing, you know what I'm saying? Homie, then he brings his whole family down there. My foster mom catches me under hiding up under her sink, under her kitchen sink. I mean, drags me outside, throws me into the mosh pit of people, right? They literally mosh pit me across the street. When I tell you these people had weapons, they literally had pitchforks. They literally had pitchforks and torches. Like, well, the torches were really big sticks. And the pitchforks were bricks. But they did have bricks, sticks, and I think there was 2 knives. Yeah, there was about 2 or 3 knives as well. So I would have much rather been set on fire than stabbed. So they mosh pit me across the street over to a big dirt lot where they were supposed to already manicure out the lawns and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where they were gonna put a house. And you know what I mean? They mosh pit me over there, they throw me onto the freaking dirt. You know what I'm saying? And they come over and start just like all of them, like 50 people, just start club stomping the shit out of me. You know? Now, I don't know why, but it didn't do a lot of damage, luckily enough. So they were stomping the shit out of me. And my foster uncle, he yells out, "Yo, get the fuck off of him. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?" So he runs over and he starts ripping people off of me and whatnot. He rips people off of me. He rips everybody up off of me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And when he pulls everybody up off of me, you know, like, he comes over and he's like, "Yo, no, like, there's only one dude. It's only one kid. Like, what are you doing? Just, you know, like, fight him 1v1 or don't fight him at all. Like, there's like 80 of you guys." So he's like, "Okay." So they're like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. So then the whole crowd opens up and then it's just me versus the kid. The dude that lied on me about the goofy shit. He's 13 as well, but I was bigger. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I was bigger by maybe about like 7 or 8 inches of height and probably about 30 pounds of muscle, maybe 15 or 10 back then. So, you know what I mean? The crowd opens up and now me and this dude got to fight. So the dude is like, "All right, you know, that's what's up." He puts his dukes up and I'm like, "All right," you know what I mean? I put my dukes up and stuff. And I start walking towards him and stuff, you know what I mean? I did what I used to fight like Mike Tyson when I was a kid. Because, you know, it looked interesting. So I used to always keep my hands up to my chin. So I start racing him down and so I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" So he's like, "No. Let's do a truce. Right? Let's do a truce. Instead of being violent about this, let's shake hands and we'll do a truce." So I'm like, "Really?" He's like, yeah, man. Look, we'll be cool, you know, because look, you didn't break the stuff, okay? So let's do a truce, and I'll tell them I broke everything. I'll take accountability. You know, let's do a truce. You shake my hand. We won't fight, and I'll take accountability for lying on you about smashing my own shit, and I'll take my gun. And I was like, "You know what? That's some real nigga shit. If you willing to take, you know what I mean? If you willing to do just the real nigga shit about this and just let your family know you did this, okay, cool." So he was like, "Okay, shake on it." He was like, "Okay, cool." And then he put his other hand behind his back. And so I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm like, "Okay." So you know what I mean? I grab his hand. He grabs my hand. He does this, and he pulls me in, right? When he pulls me in to like a hug, I'm thinking, okay, it's an honorable hug, right? He pulls me in, other hand, whack, comes around me, stabs me right up under here, right? Stabs the shit out of me. I'm like, "Motherfucker, bitch." So I break up off him, I push him away, and I look down. I reach behind me, I look down. My hand got blood in it. You cut me? You cut me, bitch? You know what I'm saying? And I shit you not, he's standing there with the knife all confident, right? Like, he's cheering for the, yeah. So then he's like standing there like he's gonna stab me again. "Yeah, what now? Yeah." So I'm like, you know what I mean? I reach back, and it wasn't really a lot of blood. It didn't really hurt that bad. Like the knife was like this long. You know what I'm saying? Like this long. That's not a lot. That's not enough. That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? I still could breathe good. I didn't feel any, you know what I mean, internal real seriousness. So I was like, "Motherfucker, I'm not immobilized, bitch." So you know what I mean? I ran up on him and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then when I ran up on him, when he saw that I was still gonna fight him, when he saw me like still coming at him, homie, tell me why he throws the knife. This nigga literally threw the knife. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." And he threw the knife and said sorry, like I was supposed to not beat him up after that. Type of 1 in the chat, if you would have not beaten him for that after he threw the knife, because he was clearly sorry after he stabbed you. And then when that didn't work, he threw the knife. Type of 2 in the chat, if you would have savored that ass whooping. Type of 2 in the chat, if you would have wrote a journal entry about that ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? You type of 2 in the chat, if you would have put all 16 of your feet into this nigga's cheeks just the whole time, motherfucker, like you see you had a cheek in his hand and your foot and just motherfucker, like you just kept stepping on it, like you piece of shit. So that's what I did. I picked number 2. I'm not gonna lie, guys. You know what I'm saying? I picked number 2. Like, couldn't even help that, man. You know what I'm saying? I saved that ass woman. Homie threw the knife and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I hit homie in the stomach first. This nigga bend over. And when he does this, I look at the camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this. I'm like, uppercut this shit out of this nigga. He gets hit in the face. He falls over. You know what I'm saying? He falls into the fetal roly-poly defensive position. He bends over and starts either trying to give himself mouth to south, or he's trying to roll up in defense, I guess, like a rock or a boulder, like a Pokemon, the one that made out of rocks, Graveler, I think. So, you know what I mean? I'm like, nigga, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, what? Like, you think just because you bent over that no Diddy, that it's over? You know what I'm saying? So I come up behind homie, no Diddy again, and I just start having that homie's ribs. Bah, 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 bah. Oh, it felt so good. Oh, it felt so good, you know, because I could feel me changing. I could feel his flesh molding around my fist, around my hips. It was great. You know what I mean? And he was making painful sounds and shit. Oh! It was great. I was having a great time. 10 out of 10. I will go back. I didn't get the t-shirt on purpose just so I could go back. I just have an excuse to return. It was a great time. You know what I mean? So about the 5th hit, an unanswered hit directly into his rib meat, you know what I'm saying? I get pushed from the back. I'm like, oh shit. I get pushed. I turn around. And it was my girlfriend at the time. It's this black chick who for some reason I had forgotten was his older sister. You know what I'm saying? Now I hadn't cuddled with her yet, but you know, she liked me. You know what I'm saying? So like I turned around and I'm like, oh yeah, this is your younger brother. Oh, that makes sense that you know what I mean? But still, like, yeah, so she's like, you hit my brother. And I'm like, yes, and I'm gonna hit him again. If you would kindly be so kind as to step back and let me finish what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I beat him, and I'm gonna continue beating him. Give me a second. So I turn around and hit him again, and then she pushes me again. That's my brother. And I'm like, look, he stabbed me. It's okay. See, look, I've been stabbed. He stabbed me, baby. It's cool that I beat him now, right? Type of, you know what I mean? Like I should be able to beat him. Type of 1 in the chat, if someone stabs you, you are allowed to put them in the hospital. Type of 2 in the chat, if it's very impolite to murder someone who stabbed you with your own hands. It's that. See, you guys know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Sergeant? Appreciate you, bro. The Masked King with the 2. See, you guys know what to do. The Masked King. Shaggy Rogers is with the shits. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Apex Prince? What's up, John Thompson? What it is, Sabbath? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Keyshawn? What's up, Ghost? What's up, Gremlin? What's up, E? What's up, Paul Mid? What's up, George? What's up, Jelliot? Yes, the Gremlin. You know what I'm saying? See, you guys understand us. We understand us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what I mean? So, you know, and she's just like, no, man, that's my little brother. And I'm like, but he stabbed me. Look, I've already been stabbed, though. Is it? Like, he stabbed me. And she's like, but that's my brother. And I'm like, But he stabbed me. I swear I'm right. And then that's when I realized all of the crowd that's watching us in this fight were his family members. I've made a mistake. Well, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? The mistake would have been letting him stab me again. That would have been the mistake. All right, damn that. You know what I'm saying? I did the right thing, but sometimes the right thing don't go right. You know what I'm saying? So it's at that point that they all ascended upon me like the lion, like the hyenas and the Lion King, and they started whooping my ass again. I was like, what are you? Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? About a minute and a half into me getting tenderized again, you know what I'm saying? These, the dude, Pee-wee, who's my uncle, who's my foster uncle yells out, "Hey, get up off of him!" And they all stop again. But this time, they didn't stop all the way. And what Pee-wee was coming out there giving him a good little speech. "Hey, he's 13. That other kid is 13. He stabbed him first. What do you mean?" And halfway through his speech, the smallest chick there threw the biggest brick in the vicinity directly into Pee-wee's eye. He never got his eye back. That was that. You know what I'm saying? So after he lost his eye, you know what I'm saying, via brick, then my foster mother's mother wants to come out and scream about it's too violent. When her kid gets hurt, now it's too violent. But when BlastphamousHD was getting stabbed and jumped by 50 people, oh, it was all good then. Masculine, female, feminazi lady. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I bet she ain't get no meat for the last 40 years of her life. And that's what she get. Be feminine, ladies. Or you'll just go out meatless. Old and meatless. You know what I'm saying? Vagina be as dry as raisins. Probably look like it too. Yeah. Wrinkled and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't iron them wrinkles out, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Be nicer to men. For real. Huh? Oh shit, nigga. Meatless death. We ain't going nowhere near it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, look. Ladies in the chat, if y'all here, I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. Okay? If you messing with a dude and you like him, and he can keep you around, it's not an accident. You know what I'm saying? He's trained himself to be able to deal with the women folk. You know what I'm saying? And a dude who's trained himself to deal with the women folk can probably, you know what I'm saying? He's just gonna go get a different one. Why would I deal with someone who's just gonna talk shit? When there's so many women who's willing to not talk no shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's completely understandable. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, feel free to do what you like. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Real recognize real, y'all be all right. But yeah, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, her son lost his eye, and she called the police because he lost his eye, but not because I was stabbed, you know? And the reason why she hated my guts enough to get me fucking killed was because I wouldn't suck the bitch's feet. I still won't. You know what I'm saying? But she taught me a very valuable lesson. You know what I'm saying? If a female's shitty enough, let that bitch die. She gonna go out, start an argument in front of you and shit. Let her run her own phase. If I ever run into a chick, you know what I'm saying? I hang out with feminist chicks. We ever go out, bro, baby girl want to start some shit, she got to run her own phase, bro. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing none of that. I'm not Captain Save-A-Hoeing. I'm not stepping in front of no more loaded pistols. You know what I'm saying? I'm done nearly dying for goofy shit that vagina do. That's real. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not married. That's why I ain't married. I got females, but I ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I got female friends that I be kicking it with and whatnot that come through and kick it and whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't out here getting no female, you know what I mean? I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing that. Do I still live in Vegas? I sure do, Zan. Yeah. All right, you guys. If we reach the super chat milestone within the next 5 minutes, which is 48 more in super chat, I will stay on and tell another hour worth of stories. You know what I'm saying? If not, we about to jump over onto the computer and watch other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jonathan the Gamer, man, how you feeling, bro? What type of stuff you trying to watch? Our super chatters get to choose what we watch when we jump on the computer. Or if I stay and do martial arts and tell you guys stories. But yeah, mate. How much is it to live out here? I mean, it's not too expensive, you know what I mean? But it could be worse. You know what I mean? She needs to get a dude that has a foot fetish, I suppose. All right, you guys. Super chat you guys' questions through if you guys want your questions answered and asked. I will say the mugs out loud. Yo, all right, so everything you guys super chat through, it all goes to upgrading our computer equipment. You know what I'm saying? I literally had to spend over 100 just on a new camera today. Stuff break, it happens to the best of us. Where did I take my, do you have a other story? I have tons of stories. I do. But I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't reached like no diamonds or none of that. I have a lot of stories. I have like, I have well over 200 stories. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are about fights. Most of them are about women. You know what I mean? Fights, man. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you guys ever heard the story of when that guy walked in on me smashing his girlfriend and she convinced him that it wasn't what it looked like, and then he ended up having to take her to dinner. That shit don't make no damn sense. And that was her boyfriend, bruh. What the fuck is the point of getting? What the fuck is the point of committing to females, nigga? When that's the goofy shit they do. What the fuck is the point? I'm not. Huh? I ain't doing it. Huh? Shit. I'd rather just smash, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in none of it. Hey, what's up, Wolf? You can lose an eye for doing the right thing. Can you imagine? Yeah, man, having two eyes and then losing one. Bro, and like, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. The only reason why, the main catalyst for everything in that situation going wrong was women. Damn near everything. Except for him stabbing me and all of that shit. But the mom, you know what I mean? His mom, which I guess I can't really say is horrible. For some reason, his mom is just like, yo, we gonna gather up everybody and go down there and get weapons and do the most violent, fucked up shit. I don't know too many dudes that's gonna do that. Too many fathers that's gonna do that. Hey, bring everybody. We're going to murder this 13-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but then my foster mom's mom, Miss Reed, was super fucking petty because I wouldn't kiss her feminist ass. And feminists are all about unconditional, you do what I say. Do what I say, regardless of if it's right or wrong or dumb as fuck, you do it. If you're a real man, you'll just do it. Right? That type of goofy shit. So, you know what I'm saying? She was bitter because I wouldn't kiss her ass. So she decides instead, like, okay, I'm going to go in there and give him to these knife-wielding group of people. They're going to kill him. And I'm going to give him to the group to kill him. Because he wouldn't kiss my ass. He wouldn't follow my shitty leadership. So, yeah. Nut. And then she makes another decision not to call the police because I was getting murdered. But when her son gets hit with a brick, now it's bad. Now we call the police. But if she let it escalate there because she's a feminist, die hard. You know, even if he's only 13, he's a man and he's got to fucking die because he won't kiss women's asses enough. So, yeah, man, shit's hilarious. That shit's hilarious. Yeah, the real men tell me to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? They ruin women for us. You say the real women ruin women, the real men ruin women for you? I have no idea, bro. So, with that being said, all right, you guys. So, I'm gonna tell you guys a couple more stories that you guys have to look forward to in the future streams. Type of one in the chat if you guys heard the story. If I told you guys the story about how I walked in on my homeboy boning a goat. Not even a joke. You wish I was lying. A fucking goat, man. I mean a damn goat. TikTok. A damn goat. Legitimately. Type of one in the chat if you guys heard that story from me already. Type of two in the chat if you have not heard that story from me. You know what I mean? Once you guys have all voted, I will tell you guys the next story up on the chopping block. Yeah, my mods have heard it. That's what's up, John Thompson. Yep, I know, right, Walls? Yeah, it's a real story. If someone sends 10 galaxies, I'll stay on live and tell the story now. Hey, you said play 9 Vicious. Yo, that's a super chat request. You know what I'm saying? For real. Super chat requests is 5 galaxies. 5 galaxies, and you get a super chat request. And I'll play a song you want to play. That's good. Appreciate the compliment, Will. Hey, Jose. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I have horrible, terrible friends. Sickest friends ever. You know what I'm saying? One of my friends, man, he was bathing in this squirrel's blood, man. You know what I'm saying? He called it a ritual. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it to get his bodybuilder's body. You know what I'm saying? He feels like if he bathed in enough squirrel innards, he'll get, the body of, I don't know, Mexican The Rock? I don't know. Nut. Show us the scars. Type of one in the chat if we reach the super chat milestone, and I'll show you guys the scars. You know what I'm saying? If we reach 48 more in super chat, type of one in the chat, and if you guys want me to show you guys my stab wounds, once we reach the super chat milestone. Type of 2 in the chat, and if instead you guys want me to show you guys all of my tattoos, once we reach the super chat milestone. Understandable. That's what's up. Cool. All right, you guys. But we could do the same thing on my other stream, right? All right, so come over to my YouTube channel if you guys want to. How do I like Vegas? Vegas is nice. Hey, what's up, Bryce? What's up, Phantom? What's up, Jai? What's up, Reem? Ew, heat my zer. Are you always like this, dude? Disgusting. Ugh. Are you always like this, heat? That's what's up. Do I still live in Vegas? Yep. All right, man. I'll see you guys later, man. Y'all stay up.